Hey team, this is Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. Got a great video here. Surprisingly, with a ship that most of you may or may not know about is the Chung, which is a Tier 9, and it's using radar, a destroyer with radar, one of the few, and it's also a, if you can see the build on the screen, commander build, mostly for guns and torps. And I'm only running a 17-point commander. Hey guys, if you like the videos and love to support us on our way to 200 subscribers, like, subscribe, bell button, and thanks for the support. I appreciate everything you guys do. That really makes this channel what it is, and it's growing. And hey, welcome to the journey of us getting to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. So we're on our way to 200 right now. That's our next goal. And it's a great game with the Chung. It is part of the Pan-Asian, if you will, kind of like destroyer line. I really don't have much other than the destroyer line. In my opinion, that's all they have. I think they have more, but this is all they have available to us for grinding, purchasing, or researching. So this is a Tier 9 ship, and this is in ranked. Right now, ranked is using Tier 8 and Tier 9 ships, and I like the DD lines because honestly, it's hard to play, in my opinion, battleships right now and cruisers in the world of HE spamming and torps, and especially since there's not much you can do about a destroyer with concealment that's so small. And battleships and cruisers have such great concealment on these kind of map styles that it's, in my opinion, the best way to rank up in the ranked season is really just to use destroyers. I mean, I've noticed that's the fastest and quickest way. And it seems like you can maximize damage because you are basically HE spamming or torping. And those provide the most damage and helps retain stars. So, as you can see, what we're doing right now is the old back end reverse into a cap. And see if we can corner this Ostergotland, because he's being contested by the Mogador on my right there, and we're trying to cap A. And basically, this is a great idea of teamwork right here, where essentially we've got this pincer move going on where we're going to ambush the Ostergotland, and my guns of a Chung are basically, this is a copy of a Fletcher destroyer, which I love. The Fletcher destroyer is one of the awesome ships of its time during World War II. It's got 5 single turret guns, and they shoot really, really fast, as you can see right here. Watch this. Ostergotland only has 2 turrets, and one of them is facing in the back, the aft, so he only has 1 that he could use to get us. So we're just going to keep firing and shooting. At least look at all the damage we're creating right there. And he just rams right into the iceberg, Titanics himself, and there's nothing more he can do, and we are going to send him back, boom, whammy kablammy, to the porty, and that is the first kill of the day for us. And we have capped A, mission accomplished. Missouri, next victim right here, coming up. And he is one of the few battleships now with the Constellation that got released that has radar. One of the few battleships that has radar. I would love the Missouri. I literally got a chance to go to Hawaii and actually go on the top deck of the Missouri and take a picture there with my wife. And it's really awesome to stand on the actual deck of where they signed the surrender of the Japanese fleet. And hey, the cool fun fact: if you actually listen to one of the veterans that teach you the story, did you know that on this signing of the end of World War II, one of the Canadian, I believe, colonels, whatever, in charge of the Canadian side of the army or the military, he couldn't see that day and he was sick. I think he forgot his glasses or something, and he actually signed on the wrong line. And since he signed on the wrong line, they actually had to, have help on the second signing. And then actually on the ship, they show you where he made the mistake, and they had to initial everything. It was an official document, so they actually had to redo everything, and not redo the first copy, but they had to help him on the second. And since it's live and real, they literally just had to initial and say, hey, this was wrong. We acknowledge this was a mistake, and so forth. Torp and the Missouri. Hey, look at this torpedo. Boom! What a rush! Whammy kablammy. He's out of the game. Look at that. 6 torpedo hits to take out the Missouri. One of the best battleships, I think, in the game, or in history, I believe. And it's sad to torp them with the deep water torpedoes of the Chung. So yeah, a little history on the Missouri there. I like history. I like stuff like that. And it's really interesting to hear all the fun facts. If you didn't know, the Missouri also was hit with a Japanese Zero when it was out at sea, and it was hit in the rear by a kamikaze, actually. And they actually have a plaque on the right side of the ship, and you can actually see the dent, and the Japanese kamikaze pilot actually landed on the deck, and his body was there. And they actually did they had the option of actually throwing his body over the sea, but the captain of the Missouri at the time actually wanted to do a proper burial ceremony, which I think is very honorable, to actually properly bury, despite if it's enemy or not. We're still human beings. And they actually, buried him at sea with full honors. That was really, I think, very admirable at the time, especially since there was a lot of hatred and maybe criticism of the enemy that you're facing. But with the United States military, I love the fact that they honor any service member, regardless of side, and they honored that tradition of burying a fallen soldier out at sea. So I thought that was really, very honorable and very unique idea. Anyways, the Chung move, we got 2 kills of the game right now, and I'll show you the bread and butter of the Chung move right now. It's not about the guns, but more about the torpedoes and the concealment. Combine that together with radar or smoke. You have the option of selecting radar or smoke. I elected radar because I'm going to fight a lot of DDs that like to use smoke, so I like to have that option to unveil them and start shooting with my fast-firing guns. But really, what really shines about the Chung move, and I encourage you guys, if you ever want to take this ship or the Yoyang, which is the tier 10 version of this, it's basically a gearing. The Yoyang is a tier 10 gearing, and this is a tier 9 Fletcher. And that's what kind of the Pan-Asian fleet kind of does, is it takes a lot of the American designs and incorporates it to their liking. But really, the deep water torpedoes are really what I like about this ship. They can only hit, just like mind you, carriers, battleships, and cruisers. They cannot hit destroyers, but that's okay. I got guns and radar, that's all right. But the majority of the ships on the map are obviously cruisers and destroyers and even carriers, and that's what really sells this, because these torpedoes have a detection range, which means they cannot be seen until 0.8 kilometers before they hit you, which means you literally have only seconds to react. And especially since I build it to a little bit faster torpedoes, I mean, these things fire at 70 knots, and if I go up one more upgrade, 74 knots, it's very, very difficult to react to this, especially if you're a battleship or cruiser, and especially with a 5.7 kilometer detection range, which means I can get up in near 6 kilometers. You'll watch what I'm going to do right here. Some of the tactics I show you right here, I'm demonstrating the capabilities of concealment and also sneaky, stealthy torpedoes. Now, so right now, the first victim right now is the Kansas. So I want to get on his broadside. So not only with my speed, so you can see I get up to 40 knots with the speed boost here. So I have time to get in range. I look at my rings. I also know that my 5.7 detection range, I have to lead the turns by at least half a kilometer. So if I start seeing, so I got to do a little math here, 5.7 plus 0.5 is 6.2. If I start seeing that, I'm going to start my turn. I'm going to start turning away and jinking away to give myself some room. I fire one set of torpedoes at the marker of the detection marker and the predictive reticle, and I fire one in front of the predictive reticle in case he turns away or speeds up. That's my tactic for this Kansas shot right here. And you notice he can't see these things until the last minute. He's like, oh crap. Boom, whammy, whammy, he's out of the game. High caliber for us right there. 3rd kill of the game. 9 minutes left in the game with 115,000. Next victim coming up right now is the Pommern. Now, Pommern has hydro. So it's really a gamble whether or not he's used it or not, or is using it right now, or maybe he just not using it at all and just doesn't think we're out here. So we are going to focus on the Pommern. Again, we drive towards him at a 45-degree angle. Once I see about 6.7, a kilometer out, I'll lead the turn. And right there, 6.5, I start leading the turn. I slow down and I'll turn away. I know 6.2 is a turn radius, at least 1 turn radius for the ship right there. I know 5.7 is bad. See what happens when I get detected right here. 5.8, oh, I missed it by 0.1, which is good. That's like I'm maximizing the range right there. I'm going to just basically loiter just outside of my maximum detection radius. I can watch the predictive reticle. I know that he's either driving away from me or he'll speed up. So I'm basically going to fire one set at the predictive reticle if he turns away. Right about, let's see, wait for my torpedoes here. I'll fire one right there. And now I know if he turns left, which I think he probably will, I think he's turning left to get the Drake. So I'll fire one set on the left side of the predictive in case he turns and speeds up. So either way, if he turns left or right, he's going to catch one of these at least. And these things pack a major punch. They do at least 19,000 damage. I mean, that's very, very hard hitting. Again, only 0.8 kilometer detection. So you'll actually notice this and watch the Pommern. The reaction. You'll see them turn at a very, very close point, and that's exactly why these things are so crazy stealthy. Watch. So right now he's going, okay, I'm firing, I'm focusing on the Drake, I'm focusing, oh crap, look, he's turning right now. He's saying, oh crap, I see one. Boom, 2 for the kill. Whammy kablammy, he's out of the gamey. Pommern down for the 4th kill and a Chung moo. My gosh, I almost got a Kraken in this thing. Pretty wild. So Now we're just basically capping out the last point right now, and I'm going to go, since Mogador is spotting on the eastern side of sea, I'm going to go head to the south and hopefully corner the Yugomo, the last known detection. But I think, yep, he is up at sea, and basically this game is over. I don't think he has enough time to get, so again, I'll just kind of fast forward it to here at this point. Yeah, nothing really happens after this. It just kind of speeds up. We just kind of win the game. So, hey, great game, the Chung. Again, if you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the bell button for upcoming videos. 4 kills of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Try it out if you want to research and grind for it and have fun with it. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you next time. Cheers.